All right. Let me get everything kind of situated. Take the cameras. All right. I feel like I'm a little unprepared today. Usually I have everything set out, so bear with me. I did get my gloves on at least. Hey, April and Fam, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you. This is the one last week I wanted to show because it's one of the ones I put glitter on. And when it was real wet, I couldn't really show off the glitter all that much. It didn't show. But now that it's dried, the glitter shows up a lot more. But yeah, I just put a handful of glitter in my hand and then blew it onto the wet paint, and it stuck real well. All right. Oh, you're doing great. That's awesome. Good to hear. I'm doing pretty well, pretty good as well. I do have some tiles ready to go here in a minute. But yeah, that one turned out pretty well, putting that glitter on it. It's got a real 70s disco vibe. It looks like some sort of 70s. But this is a wood plaque. It's 7 inches by 9 inches. And what I'll put on it is some cup hooks. And then it can turn into a key rack or a like a necklace holder, or some people put their leashes or anything like that. So yeah, that's how that turned out. So I'll set that aside here. And I have these here ready to go. I'm going to do kind of some light, kind of a little bit more neutral, just kind of lighter colors here. I'm just gathering a couple colors. I've been really liking this Tuscan teal lately. It's super nice. Hey, Crafty Katie. Hey, Katie. I forgot to ask if you wanted me to mod you on this one, or you would rather not be a mod. And I totally understand, like absolutely if you want to be a mod or not. But I don't know if I can do that right now with my gloves. But not a big deal. We can talk about it later too. But I totally forgot to ask you. But and I totally understand if you don't want to be, because I totally get that too. But we can talk about that in a little bit. Hey, Nike girl. Hey, have at it. And Katie, how's everyone doing? How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. Super, super busy, but doing pretty well. This time of the year always tends to be a little bit busier for me. Hey, Rules. Great to see you. How are you doing? So I've just got, it's an antique white here. And I'm just going to do kind of some neutral, lighter colors here. And these are four, can I count today? These are 6 tiles, but they're 4-inch tiles. Let's see if we can get it. All right. But, oh, I'm as healthy as can be. I always have my issues, but that's okay. That'll never go away. It's just part of my life. So yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Nike girl? So great to see everybody. And I was lurking in your stream yesterday, Nike girl, when you were talking about disabilities and mental, differently abled people, mental disabilities and different stuff like that. That was an awesome stream. Thank you for doing that, bringing different awareness to different, just different issues people might be dealing with. So yeah, I was painting and lurking and watching that. So here I'm putting quite a bit of this cream color now. I really want to this is going to be quite light and mainly that color. So what are you up to today, Rolls? What do you got going on? Are you working? Are you renovating something? Yeah, I totally get that, Nike girl. Yeah. It sounded like you had been in somebody disturbing live streams, and I totally get that, having to get that off your chest. Definitely. So, but it was a good forum, good chat going on and all that. So that was real good. All right, guys. So I honestly cannot remember if any of these have silicone. So we're going to have to just kind of see. I kind of think none of them do, but we'll just see. So I'm going to just kind of do a dirty pour here. Oh, have at it. I am too, because honestly, I've been so discouraged with YouTube and a few things. I'll get into that here in a minute, but I am way behind on watching people and all that. But hey, Nike girl, how are you doing on your hours? I know you were getting close. Or have you got your hours? I give up. I don't really even care about hours anymore. To be absolutely honest, they've taken over 500 hours away from me this week. How does that happen? How do you get negative watch hours each day? I just don't. I mean, I get the YouTube purge where they take away for like fake subscribers, like spammy people. But how do they take away watch hours? How do you get negative watch hours? Because over 500 in like 10 days, 500 hours, that's super discouraging. Super discouraging. So I don't even care anymore. I'm never going to get the hours, and I'm just going to make videos and enjoy that because I don't understand what's going on. That is them screwing me. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I was super upset the first because it's been like a chunk of like 70 hours, a chunk of 90 hours. And then, it's up to now I've lost like 506 hours. So, sorry, I'm catching up on I'm not even worried about YouTube anymore. I just do it for my own enjoyment, and hopefully somebody will learn. Yeah, that's what I'm like, I don't even care anymore. My first goal was always to, bring awareness to like art as art therapy and, using art to get through just different times, as a physical therapy, moving the canvases like I have after a stroke as like a physical therapy, and mentally as like a mental thing. So I'm just going to concentrate on that. I'm just going to concentrate on putting out good videos, doing the live streams. And oh yes, I've had several strokes, Nike girl. I have a couple videos, really good videos on like, this is how I learned to do this, because I had complete left-sided paralysis, and I taught myself how to paint because I wanted to learn to use my left side again. So like, that's why I started my channel, to get that story out there that, hey, you can use this type of painting as physical therapy, moving and getting your mind to, remember how to move at the same pace as each side at the same time. So yeah, I've got all kinds of different health issues, but I have a blood mutation, and we didn't know I had a blood mutation until after I had the stroke. But I've had a couple of them, and then I've had a couple of mini strokes as well. But yeah, my video, there's one that's called like oh gosh. I saved it though. It's still good. At least it just slipped that way. But I think there's a video called like introducing myself or something, and I talk about it. And there's one in my story time where I talk about the actual incident of having a stroke. And I've talked about like stroke symptoms because I want everyone to know that, you know, how to identify a stroke and stuff like that. But yeah, I have I don't know. I don't talk about this too much because I don't want like pity and stuff like that because it sounds way worse than it is. There's people that have like lived years and years and years with this. But because of my blood mutation, when you don't take care of it, it can actually mutate into other stuff. And I have chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So chronic lymphocytic leukemia, they say, is the best type of cancer you can have. So I've had 2 rounds of chemo, but it's something that we can completely manage. It's a chronic cancer, and so it's nothing. It sounds worse than it really is. But I just have to monitor it and monitor all my blood work. I have super, super high platelets, but but anyways, I don't want this to turn into like a whole yeah. But it's just a part of my life. It's nothing like something I've dealt with for a long time. But that's why I do the art. I use the art as like an art therapy for physical therapy and just like mentally and emotionally, like it to be able to just get away and do art and not really think about what's going on. So yeah, but it's something we just have to monitor. And as long as I stay in like a good range with my platelets, then I don't have to have any more chemo and I can live years and years and years. It's chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So it's not a big like it was really bad in like 2012, 2013. That's when we discovered it, when I was having chemo and stuff. So we got through that. We're done with that. And now we just monitor. That's all it is. So, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Any kind of cancer does sound scary. But I've had many years to kind of get used to it too. And I've had many years sitting in the infusion lab, sitting in the chemo lab and getting to know people that have it so much worse. So I know it could be so much worse. I've had a very, very low dose chemo. So that's what I always try to think about is it could be beyond worse. So it's nothing now that we know. It was more scary before we knew what was going on. Yeah, lupus is terrible. I have a friend who has lupus. She's dealing with it. She was in remission for several years, but her lupus is back acting up quite beautiful. I read the beautiful. Oh, that's not what I meant. Her lupus is quite acting up horribly lately, and it's been terribly sad to see because she's had quite a few years where she was doing a little bit better. So but yeah, and I'm honestly yes, I don't know why it made me have to show that. I guess because you said the word but it made me have to press the show or hide for that, Katie. I don't know. Yes, I know. Katie definitely, she went through the whole cancer battle. She kicked its butt. And Nike girl, I know you've dealt with it. You mentioned for, 10 surgeries. So we'll be praying for you, all you girls, all you ladies, girls. I know it affects so many people. It's crazy. You always talk to people and you hear, oh, they personally or somebody super close to them. It's super sad. Some form of cancer affects like everybody, either personally or somebody they know closely. Um, but I'm actually quite a bit healthier than I was. We had several years where I was not healthy, so much healthier now. So I'm knocking crap over. So, hey, I rock creativity. Oh yeah, strong woman. Now I am. I mean, you have years to kind of build strength from it and kind of work through the mental part of it and stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, I've got to move these over. I keep knocking into them. This one's super pretty. I don't so much like this one, but these other ones I like. So that's why I always like to do a few, and then I can pick the best out of the ones. Now this is going to get mounted up on barnwood and then made into like a kind of a rustic art piece. I hope I'm trying to be in frame on the camera, but also not drip on the other ones. So, all right, let me set that down, wipe my hands off, and then we'll torch them a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, that one I was holding, that last one, I think is the prettiest one out of those. That blue is, Admiral Blue. It's Admiral Blue from Appleberry or Apple Barrel. It's sold at Walmart. It's very cheap paint. It's the one I've been doing my beginner paint pour series with. So one of them, obviously, I think the teal, it looks like must have had silicone. I wasn't sure when I poured these if any of them had silicone, but it looks like the teal must have. I hope I don't miss any. And Luli, I saw you come in. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I get distracted with the paintings and we were talking and stuff. So, hey, how are you doing, Luli? Welcome. And Robert, how are you doing? Welcome. I rock creativity. Everybody's here. Awesome. So how is everyone doing? Robert, I saw you're getting a bunch of snow. It's just crazy. It looks like January over there where you're at. I was watching that earlier and noticed that. All right, guys. So, yeah, I don't really honestly like this one all that much. I think I might kind of, because I still have a little bit in this cup. Okay, let's see if that'll jazz it up a little bit. So, oh, Nike Girl, do you know Robert? Yeah, he's awesome. I've known Robert now for, gosh, over a year now. We've all been chatting in various chat rooms and different stuff for well over a year now. So yeah, pretty awesome guy. Yeah, you got hit with a little surprise snowstorm. That was just crazy. Robert on his channel has like videos about the weather. He does like a daily weather report out of Colorado. It's pretty awesome. So you've seen him on the YouTube streets. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we've been pretty good friends. And Katie as well. And Rural Rules. He was in here a little bit ago. I can never Rural Rules. But you gotta slow down to say that one to say it right. So we've all been chatting for like over a year. We've become all great friends. It's pretty awesome. So, oh, all right, Robert. Awesome. Yeah. I wasn't sure. Because I saw Ms. Pariah was over in Nike Girls chat yesterday. So that was awesome to see a lot of my good friends over in a lot of the other chats. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get this one moved aside if I can carefully My hand got caught up on the torch. So we're going to move this one aside and grab the next one. All right. Yep, Katie has been around for over a year chatting. All right. Sorry, I had to move the cat out of the way. The cat was up where I wanted to set that. So I had to get her moved out of the way. So we're going to do similar colors. I'm just going to add a couple of other colors in there as well. Yeah. Yeah, Robert has snow. Isn't that crazy? In Colorado. So, all right. So similar colors, but we are going to add just a little bit of like plum here. And just kind of a little bit different colors, but very similar. And this is a tile. I was just given a case of them. I think there's like 15 to 20 tiles. And this is 9 by 12 inches. Oh, Katie, I would just say I just looked up and saw you said something and then it disappeared on me. Probably a typo. That's why I retract things every time I typo. Depends on what I'm typing on, if it's my phone or, yep, I figured it was a typo. That's what I figured. All right, so I'm going to add this. What's the actual color? Purple velvet. So similar colors, just with the kind of plum purple colors. So IRAC Creativity, have you been doing more paint pours? How's your paint pouring going? She's starting to learn it, and it looks like she's enjoying it so far. How's it been going? Hey, Monica, how are you doing? And have at it, you're still here. Yeah, Nike Girls does those diamond paintings. Yeah, it's looking awesome. She's got a patriotic rose one going right now. It looked like, did you start a new one? Did you finish your patriotic rose? And Monica, how are you doing? Hey, Monica, I've been meaning to ask you, do you have another account, another YouTube account? Because there's a Monica that's been commenting on my stuff that looks very similar to you. Is that you? I was curious of that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. So yeah, I was explaining a little bit ago, YouTube has been taking all my hours, and I does anybody have any sort of like logical reason why YouTube would, like, when you look at my hours, they've been less and less each day, up to almost 5 or a little over 500 hours now. Like, I don't get that. Why? I get taking away your subs because they're like spam accounts or accounts people have deleted or, you know, whatever. But why does YouTube take away hours? Oh, you're in your car driving again. All right. So we must catch you right at the time you've, I think, got to head to work maybe. So. So yeah, I'm going to, I think my Thursday streams are not going to be paint pouring, but they're going to be like making pendants, glittering things, finishing off paintings, stuff like that. And then I did put a survey out because I have my community posts now. That's been super nice. So I asked like who, if I added an evening to the paint pour, still do Tuesday and Thursday during the day, but also add an evening, what evening kind of worked better for everyone else. And so far, it's kind of even Thursday evenings and Saturday evenings. But if I keep my Thursday daytime stream, then I would probably do Saturday for the evening stream. But I haven't really decided just yet. All right. Can you guys see it like coming alive up through here? I'll let it kind of do its thing for a second. But I really am liking those colors. And then that addition of the plum color, that's really pretty. So I think we may actually do more of that color. But I got to look because we're getting low. I actually have two that are very, very similar. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was kind of interchanging them, but they're both getting super low. So kind of interesting cells. We got quite a few cells up through here. And I could probably torch a little more, but I'm almost liking kind of not overtaken by cells, but a good kind of variety there. Oh, hey, Mike. Have I missed anybody else? That sounds good. Like a Saturday night, evening. I was thinking like 6:30-ish Pacific Standard Time. You like my daytime streams? Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the daytime streams for sure. Keep this Tuesday stream exactly doing paint pouring. And then Thursday, I think I'm going to do the same time, the 11 o'clock, but do like making the pendants and finishing up some of the embellishing the pours with glitter or, you know, all that sort of stuff. You guys can watch what else finishing it off. And then Saturday evening, maybe. So do 3 streams. But yeah, so that's just kind of some thoughts, kind of where I'm thinking, but I haven't completely decided. So I think I'm going to torch just down like right here to make it kind of even a little, so your eyes have like different to go to, but not completely poor cells. So has anybody seen H7 Apollo? Are you lurking, H7? I haven't seen you in a couple of days, so I just wanted to see what was going on. You must be busy. I mean, everybody's got stuff always, life, but I haven't seen him, so usually he's here. Yeah, Luli, you have more time in the daytime for the daytime streams? Yeah, there's quite a few people that have said they have more time for the daytime streams. And then there's quite a few people that have said, oh, I always miss your streams because they're during daytime while I'm at work. So that's why I'm going to kind of add the variety. Still keep the daytime streams, but then have an evening one. So, all right, guys. I think it's kind of done what it's going to do. And if you guys have paid attention, it's like really grown some cells through here. And I love those colors, though. I think maybe we should do some more with that. So, all right, I'm going to set this one aside, guys. This is a 9 by 12 inch. I'm going to get my cat out of the way. Okay, and this is another one of those plaques. I think that colors we just did would make an amazing plaque, like a somewhere you can put your necklaces or whatever. Oh, awesome. So guys, I found it, I took the lid off, but one of those antique whites. So we're going to mix up some paint just real quick so we can put that in here. So what I do, honestly, is I just go like this and let it sit there. So I'm going to do that, let that sit there. Grabbing a sanding block real quick because I see just a couple little spots here. So I'm going to sand this. Yes, my kitty, she's always at my feet, or it's really kind of weird. She lays on the back rail, like the top rail of our dining room chairs, but she constantly falls off. You would think she would not want to lay there anymore if you constantly fall off of there, but that's where she away. So I'm just kind of sanding this, but it's easier for me to do it here closer to my body because I have to lean across the table to reach to here. With me being so short, it's just easier to do this. So I'm just sanding just a couple of these edges here. And normally this is something I do before the stream, is to get all this ready. It's been crazy busy around here. I mean, good busy, but just busy. Okay, that should be good. You just have to have kind of some of those rough spots, not so rough, because after you've added the paint, it'll like accentuate any rough spot. It'll make a rough spot look even worse. So while I was doing that, I just had that like draining into the bottle. So it pretty much got all of it. After the stream, I'll get the rest. So now I'm going to grab my Floetrol, my gallon of Floetrol. Give it a good shake. You always want to shake it up a little bit. Ideally, you want to shake it up 15, 20 minutes before you're going to mix paint, but it's okay. I'm going to shake this up in the bottle anyways to mix it. So it's going to have air bubbles and we'll just torch it. No big deal. So I put about 2.5 parts Floetrol to the 1 part paint. And if anybody has any questions, go ahead. But so now I'm just shaking the bottle up. And this is that antique white. And I think we're going to do the same exact colors I just did. Those turned out pretty. And I think one of these necklace holders would be nice in those colors. So you just got to kind of shake the paint up to make sure it's mixed real well. Hey, Art 'Tis Fun. Oh, are you taking a break? Yeah, I'm glad you were able to catch me too. How are you doing? Welcome. Oh, it's almost time for you to clean and varnish. Okay. When did you, so have you used silicone? That's the big question. have you used silicone? Because that's going to be really what matters on how you clean your painting, is if you had silicone in it. And when did you pour them? Because you want to about 3 to 4 weeks before you varnish them. Oh, you got to a stop, Monica. Yeah, my cat, she's hilarious. I think you were in the last stream maybe where I was face-to-face stream. I wasn't painting and she was there. Oh, she's annoyingly, awesomely cute. Okay, so you did use silicone. Okay, so this is how I do mine. What I do is I have cornstarch in like a it's like in a shaker bottle. Well, almost like it would be in a baby powder bottle, but don't use actually talcum baby powder, but use cornstarch. And so it'll be 3 weeks Thursday. It just depends on, 3 weeks could be enough, but it depends on like the humidity of your area, how thick your paint was. There's so many factors, but 3 to 4 weeks is when you want to do it. And so what I do is I sprinkle cornstarch on it and I leave the cornstarch overnight. And then the next morning I get the cornstarch and I just wipe all the excess cornstarch off the best I can. And then I get non-alcoholic baby wipes. So you get baby wipes, but you don't want them to have alcohol in them because that could damage the painting itself. And you gently, don't scrub it, but you gently just wipe that little bit of cornstarch off that you had. And generally, if I haven't used too much silicone, if it's not like present on the top there, that'll do it. And then I can seal them. But sometimes then it needs to be wiped down with a little bit of Dawn dish soap, like water that's super, super diluted with Dawn dish soap. Just lightly wipe down. You want to gently, and maybe pick your like worst canvas to kind of practice with and just practice with a corner of it, but that's how I do it. And it just really depends on your area, you know, how quickly your temperature, your humidity, where the painting has been kind of stored the last couple of weeks while it's dried. But 3 to 4 weeks is the when you can start varnishing. And then to varnish it, I use polyacrylic Minwax polyacrylic. But and there's lots of videos on this. So I mean, everybody has their own like kind of method, but you can't just seal it with that silicone in it, because the sealant will kind of repel wherever the silicone is. So you do have to clean it before. Now, if you didn't use silicone, you don't have to clean it, but you have to always clean the silicone off if you're going to seal it. But the cornstarch will soak up most of that silicone. Yeah, I just used the gloss. I might have some right here. No, I think I used up the last of it. Where did it go? I thought I had a little bit left, but I don't know. I don't see it right here. But yeah, Minwax polyacrylic. It comes in like a pint little container. But you got to make sure you have all that silicone off. But and when you're wiping it with the wipes, when you're any of that, you got to be gentle, just a little bit. You just want enough to wipe the any excess cornstarch off. But that's it. You don't want to be wiping the paint off. Did I explain? I always wonder if like I explain it properly, if I made any sense. Did I make any sense? Ugh, this has all got crusty paint on it. Sorry. I hope I made some sense. And you can always message me. You've got my Instagram. So if you have any other questions, if I didn't go over anything, if you think of something after the stream, you can comment or you can message me too. Monica, I know you're driving, but did you have anything else to add on the whole, when you come to a stop, if you had anything else to add to my, how to varnish, how to prepare your canvas to varnish? Because Monica's another awesome paint pouring artist. She's here in the chat, but she's driving, so we have to wait for her to come to, because last time I kept asking her all these questions and I don't know why. I mean, she said she was driving. I totally acknowledged that she was driving, but I kept asking her questions. So she'll answer when she gets a chance. If she's here, she might have had to go into work. I have a video that goes all about just about how long to dry. But are you talking about the sealant? The sealant dries in like 24 to 36 hours. The sealant is pretty quick to dry. It's the fluid acrylics. Because of all the pouring medium and everything we add to it, that's why it takes longer to dry. Oh, did you watch the Storytime video? The one about my stroke? Because I have a couple of Storytime videos. I have a Storytime video about the time I got kidnapped. I have a Storytime video about the time the very first time I was left home alone when I was younger, as a kid. Our house caught on fire and burnt down. So yeah, I have actually a couple of pretty good story times, but I have the one about when I had a stroke. I think 3 Storytime videos. One about when I had the stroke, the first stroke, and then one about when I got kidnapped, and one about when the house burnt down the very first time I was left home alone. So I've got some pretty good stories on there in case anybody wants to watch. So, and the house fire one, I think I started at like 9 minutes in the actual story. Otherwise, I'm just chatting. But so I don't think I'm going to torch this one, guys. If I torch it, it will take over with cells. And I'm really liking the composition I have. And this the few cells that are popping up on their own. And if I were to torch it, it would really pop with cells. Oh, Artist Fun, you'll check them out. Yeah, I've had some eventful times. Let's just say that. I always say, like, all that happened like super, super young in my life. I really hope that I got all that sort of stuff like out of the way and done early in life. And the like second half of life is just going to be a breeze. I'm hoping. We'll see about that, but that's what we're hoping for. So, all right, guys, you can look at that one for a second. I need to grab a drink of water. I have one right here. Just a second. How to grab my water. So what is everybody up to today? Anybody else got any fun projects or any crafty, arty things anybody's doing? What does everyone else have going on? So I am going to set this one aside. I'm looking around trying to see what the next one. Okay, I think I want to do one of the blown flowers. Oh, thank you, thank you. I am so glad I'm here too. Because some crazy stuff has happened in my life to where, and I haven't even done story times on some of the worst stuff that's happened in my life. I've only done on the parts I want to share right now. You're designing a new album? Awesome, awesome. I just learned, here, I'll show you guys. So I got a Cricut. I got the Cricut Explorer 2 for Christmas. And so I've been really experimenting with that. So I've done a bunch of pours on, I've shown them before, but we're going to do here in just a minute, on just photo paper from the Dollar Tree. And so I've been letting the photo paper, the paint pours dry, and then I can put them through my Cricut and do all kinds of die cuts with them. So I can add them to albums, I can add them to cards, all kinds of stuff. So I'm super excited. When I get home, I'm going to do 2 paintings. All right, 2 pour paintings or painting brush with a brush. Are you going to do another video on them? I'm taking care of a, oh, that's sad. That's really hard. It's hard to make that decision. 14. Yeah, I have a kitty she's declining, and so we're going to have to make that decision soon. I know that's really hard. I'm sure just being there and just being, there for her and keeping her comfortable is really, what she needs right now. So that's awesome. You're able to be there for her. And I know that's super hard time. I'm so sorry. Oh, you have a, have at it. You have a scan and cut. You really like it? Yeah, I looked at the Brother Scan and Cut. I wanted to get the Cricut. I got it for Christmas too. So I didn't have too much of a choice. It was bought for me. So I am super happy with it. But I'm having a hard time learning the software, but I think I finally have it down. And I want to eventually be able to put vinyl quotes and personalize paintings with it and make stencils also to do with my pours. So I bought it mainly to do things to embellish the pours. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna move this one out of the way, but I'm loving it. So, all right. Oh, you're gonna do pour paintings today, iRock? All right, let me grab the next one, guys. So I'm so happy you've been really enjoying the pour painting, iRock. That's so awesome. Oh, okay, so you've had no problem learning the scan and cut. I would say I'm somewhat technologically challenged. I'm really good at not knowing anything about something and really doing tons and tons of research and finally figuring it out. So I feel like it's taken me a lot of research and a lot of time, but I am finally figuring it out. But it's not something you can just start up and just get right in. It's really taken me a while, but I feel like I am finally getting the software down. Oh, you're going to do a portrait of a chocolate lab. I love labs. My husband had a lab growing up. Someday when we have a bigger yard, we're going to do we're going to get a lab, either a chocolate lab or a yellow lab. We have friends that they this still has paint, so we're going to keep going with that, guys. But we have friends that breed AKC, like purebred chocolate labs. They have like a waiting list for their labs. So someday when we get onto our property, we'll have on that waiting list, because I would love one of their labs. They have amazing bloodline with theirs. So this is another 9x12. We're gonna do these same colors, guys. I'm just stuck on these colors today. That first one came out so pretty, and so I'm kind of stuck on it. Yes, Monica, you watched the kidnap hijacking story. Yeah. Yes, that story. I mean, you can't make that crap up. It's so crazy. What she's talking about is we had just gotten kidnapped. They had just brought us to like this secluded area and told us to get out of the car. And I was with who was my boyfriend at the time, and he tells them, "But I need my pizza. Give me my pizza." I mean, they're stealing our car and they've just kidnapped us for hours. And you're gonna confront them about the pizza? It was the craziest thing. Yeah, I tell the whole story in that story time video. So thanks for watching, Monica. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hey, Artsy Studios. Hey, I'm so behind on getting back to my comments, but I did see that comment from you. You asked about doing a collab. I would love to do a collab. So what were you thinking though? I mean, I've only done like that green gold challenge. I haven't done a lot of collabs. So I'm just not sure what kind of criteria or what you were thinking of, but yeah, I'm sure we could figure something out. I would love to do a collab with you for sure. I want to branch out and do more collabs and stuff. I'm just not sure how. So if you had something like in mind, maybe. But how are you doing, Artsy Studios? All right, I was just letting the last of that kind of come out. Yeah, you can email me totally. What is my email? I gotta think about it for a second. Which one do I want to give you where I'll actually check it? Okay, so my email is Whimsy Creek Boutique. So, or you can get a hold of me on Instagram, Twitter, anything, but Whimsy Creek Boutique at gmail.com. That's a good email to get. I actually check that one kind of often. So I just put my hand at an L and kind of help it to the corner. And then I bring it somewhat back to the middle, not completely back to the middle. And then I go to the next side, next corner. And I just kind of work my way around the canvas, getting each of the corners. Or this, in this case, a tile, not a canvas, but whatever you might be. Oh, you got to get your art mojo back. I totally get that. I totally get that. And, you know, I felt it more now that I'm doing a YouTube. Here a couple weeks ago, I had to take kind of a little bit of a break too, because I felt like I was just producing stuff for videos. I wasn't really like working on new art pieces, new techniques, I felt like I was just producing. And so I had to take kind of a step back and kind of think about that and stuff, and think of ideas that I wanted to do, art, that just art pieces I want to do for myself, for experimentation of new techniques and stuff like that. I really felt like I was just only creating videos. And that's not what I don't want to just create art for videos. I want to be like progressing in my art and trying new things and trying new techniques. And so it's been nice. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I haven't put out quite as many videos. I've been putting out videos still, but I've been kind of trying to experiment with some new things so I can bring you guys something fresh and new, you know, so I'm not just, and I got to practice these things. I was just producing videos, and that gets kind of, it gets like the art is just a job, and it's not, I want to create from the heart and create something, you know, more true that I've worked on. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You kind of feel me? Yeah. When you do the art for the videos, it's a little different. And see, I get so many ideas in my head, and I almost get flustered, and like I get hard to be able to create something new because I've got all these other ideas. And so I got to sometimes take a break and get some of those ideas accomplished and new techniques and kind of see how they do work before I can, it almost clogs up my head with all this new stuff. I got to get it out and try it. So, hey, Inkart, how are you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, so these colors, I think this is the last one we'll do of these colors. We've done, I don't know, 3 of them, 4 of them, I think. Well, 3 with the plum added, and then the first was just with the teals and blue and cream color. So I think now we'll change it up to a new color, but I'm really happy with this color so far. I do think I'm going to torch just a couple areas, just up in this area and maybe down here. But that's about it. I don't think I'm going to torch the whole thing because I don't want it to go too crazy. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, that's awesome. So, all right, guys, I'm going to move this one out of the way, and I'm going to grab the next one. All right, let's do, I want to do a blown flower really bad. So let me get this all straight. Ugh, going the wrong way with that. All right. Okay, so Monica did say that, just a second. So you do pre-orders through Etsy. Do I do pre-orders through Etsy? Yeah, I totally do. Yeah, I totally do pre-orders, different size. I can do a color scheme or size. I can't like imitate one of my pieces I've already done and say I can do one exactly like that, but I can come up with one that's pretty close. You know, the paint does kind of take a mind of its own. But your birthday is coming up. Oh, that's so awesome. I would love to do one for your birthday. Yeah, my Etsy is linked in the I'll link it in the description of this too after I'm all done, but it's in my channel art, but it's Whimsy Creek Art over on Etsy. That would be awesome. I would love to do something for your birthday. So, okay, but Monica does do something a little bit different for her, the clean and varnish technique. She uses baby powder with cornstarch, but thinking just cornstarch would be less dust. I let it sit on canvas after a light scrub. Okay, so she's going to have, that's the first message. So basically about the same as I do. She just uses the baby powder with cornstarch, but I think it's pretty much cornstarch anymore, that baby powder. So very similar, about what I do. I think she's typing another one though. Okay, so with a fingernail brush for light scrub with a fingernail brush for 2 hours. Okay, so you let it sit there for 2 hours, the cornstarch, or do you brush it with this fingernail brush for 2 hours? Then I wipe off the different type of cloth. The last is a super soft microfiber cloth. Then I do I wipe with alcohol on a microfiber cloth. Okay, so you've got a whole process with different cloths and stuff. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to get a microfiber cloth. I haven't had too big an issue. Once I wipe with a non-alcoholic, so you even wipe with alcohol. I'm always scared I'm gonna wipe the paint right off. Oh, awesome. Yeah, nothing is exactly alike. I mean, I've even tried to replicate exactly some of the pieces I really enjoyed, and you can't replicate it. I mean, you can get somewhat, but you can't get exact same. And that's what's awesome is some pieces they'll match but not match. And I kind of like that look of like kind of matching, kind of not matching. So what we're doing is we're flooding this canvas with white, and this is a 10-inch by 10-inch canvas. So it's supposed to be rainy and kind of cold today. It seems like it's pretty warm. I'll have to look at the temperature after I'm done here. But it's yeah, I'm pretty warm. It seems like it's a much warmer day than they said it was going to be. So, all right. So got that all spread about. I keep kind of running my finger in it. My finger still has blue paint. Oh, you let it sit for 2 hours. Okay. Because I thought maybe you use the fingernail brush for 2 hours. I thought, wow, that's a long process, intensive process. Okay, you let it sit for 2 hours. I usually sometimes let it sit for 2 hours, 2 or 3, a few hours. Or a lot of times I just put it on, sprinkle the cornstarch on just before I go to bed, and then take care of it in the morning. So Monica, have you done a video on how you do your process? I'm just getting ready to do a video on how I clean my canvases. And you use the Liquitex varnish. Honestly, I used to use the Liquitex varnish, but I get it because my husband's a house painter. I get a contractor's discount on certain things, and Liquitex varnish, I don't get a contractor's discount. So that's what makes my decision for that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to do one of the blown flowers. So I'm going to put kind of a variety of kind of pinks and plum and fuchsia here in the center. And then I'm going to use my, I have the aquarium tubing, and I'm going to use that to do it. So, you have a folk art brush that you use over and over that you really like. So for varnishing for a brush, I sometimes use the foam brushes, brand new foam brush, because and a certain type of foam brush. It's very it's more dense foam. It's not like the cheaper fine kind of airy foam brushes, but it's kind of a denser foam brush. Or lately what I've been using and I've been really enjoying is I got a silicone makeup sponge, like a silicone little, I don't know, thing from the Dollar Tree, and there was 2 of them for $1. And those silicone makeup sponges, they really you can spread because that's the thing is when you're going to do your sealant, you're going to get brush strokes. You possibly could get brush strokes. So that's why a lot of people will find what brush or what thing works for them that doesn't give you the brush strokes in the sealant. So Monica, it sounds like, found a folk art brush that she really likes. And I'm assuming for those brush strokes, because that's usually what you're battling with the sealant. But I have a real dense foam brushes that I use, or just lately I've been experimenting with the, it's a silicone makeup sponge, and they're from the Dollar Tree. So, okay, guys, I'm going to now, I've got my aquarium tubing. Let's see if we can keep the paint out of my mouth this time. A couple weeks ago on the live stream, I ended up getting paint all over my mouth doing this. So let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to blow out kind of abstract flower. And honestly, that's one of the things I love about the fluid acrylics. Like Monica has kind of a different system and you know how she does it. And that's what's so awesome is everybody has their different kind of what works for them, and it doesn't always work for anybody else. So make sure to watch Monica's videos, watch some other pour artist videos. Don't always just, you know, if something I say isn't working for you, try somebody else's. So I'm not saying everything I do is, you know, the way to do it. There's so many different ways to do this art. So branch out and watch some other people. And if you want some suggestions on certain techniques or certain things that people's videos are, you know, to watch out for, but definitely watch Monica's videos. She has lots of great videos on different pour techniques and stuff. So that's what I love is there's so many different ways to do this. But no one way is the way. Here, I need to turn. Well, I'm just going to leave it and bend this. I don't know. I kind of feel like I need a little bit. Okay. I might put a little bit more pink in over here. We'll see. We'll get done and then we'll see what's popped back up to the surface, because sometimes the color just gets buried in the white and you just got to wait a minute, see what pops back up. So we'll see. We may add some more. I see some is popping up. So, Ms. Pariah, are you lurking? I know sometimes you are lurking. I'm curious if you got snow last night. Let me know if you're here and if you got snow last night. I'm just curious. Yeah, you don't really have tutorials, but honestly, you can watch your videos, Monica, and you learn a lot without it technically being what you would call a tutorial. You still have very helpful videos. You can still learn a lot from your videos too, even though they're not technically tutorials. There's still a lot, you know, there are a lot of good information there. So, all right, one last one, guys. Let's see if I have the lung power. All right, so let's just kind of see what happens, see if it kind of, some pops up, and sometimes if I torch, a little will come more. We may add some pink, or we may add a little bit over here, but I'll just chat with you and we'll just kind of let it see what happens. Hey, Ms. Pariah, I wondered if you were there. Awesome, great to see you. So no, just hell and rain. Okay. You did have to turn the heater back on though. Oh, all right. So it did get a little bit chilly. Hey, Roger, how are you doing today? It's great to have you over here, Roger. You're you always have such a kind, gentle, like sweet presence. Everything you always have to say is always so like wise and kind. I always love it. So great to have your positive kindness in here, Roger. So know your own worth. Hey, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? You like people. That's awesome. So do I. And majority, there's always that one, but no, I do. I tend to like people too. So, okay, guys, we've kind of let it do its thing. I kind of do want to add just a little bit here and see what we have go on. But just a little, not too much. And then I end up pouring out a ton. Gosh. Yeah, kind of like an abstract flower. That's kind of what I was going for. It's awesome. These are this is aquarium tubing, and this is kind of this a little bit easier because then you can kind of maneuver where you want to the airflow. So just a minute. Okay, just a little more. All right. And then that'll all kind of settle, and it's all about the densities of the paint. Each color, each brand has a little bit different density, and so that's kind of what makes it do its thing. Thank you, Artist Fun. Oh yeah, that's when you're doing the over at the food bank, Ms. All right. Well, so I'm going to also add, I think I might come on Saturday evenings. I'm not sure if this Saturday will be the first one or the following Saturday, but I am going to try to start adding Saturdays. I'm not sure if I can this weekend, but soon, Saturday evenings, I'll be doing live. Yeah, first time catching my live. Yes, that's awesome. I kind of thought so. I was trying to remember all the names. But so I'm so glad you were able to come. Yeah, awesome. Yes, somebody's a Bob Ross fan. Happy little accidents. That's awesome. Yes, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Just put a happy little tree over here and awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm gonna move this one out of the way, guys. And then, so this is 10-inch by 10-inch canvases. There's the square canvases. These are really nice for these blown flower ones. They work great for that technique. All right, let me set this aside, guys. So what we're going to do next is I do have this last tile, but first we're going to do some of this photo paper. So what I have is, it's just from the Dollar Tree, and they're like 8 pieces for $1. It's photo paper, and I put the paint on the shiny side of the photo paper. And so what I'm going to do is kind of a dip, a squish. There's so many different names, but and then when it's completely dry, here, this dries a little bit quicker, only a couple of weeks. I will run it through my die cut machine and cut shapes out of it. So I'm getting some paint down on the canvas, and then I'm going to kind of squish the two pieces of paper together. And you guys will see, we'll have it on both pieces then. So H7 Apollo, are you lurking? You're usually here, bud. So I'm not sure. He's probably got stuff going on. Busy. When you are normally have certain people that come around, then you kind of wonder when you haven't, seen them in a little while. Yeah, H7 is an awesome guy. He's usually here in my live streams. So that's why I was asking if he was lurking and was here, because sometimes he's doing computer work too, so he might not be able to say much, but he might be here. Yeah, and then my husband, Mike, Mike's a Greek, is my husband. He's usually working and lurking too. So, because he's a house painter, so he's usually at work painting and kind of in the background. So, yeah. I am just randomly, guys, throwing some paint down here. And then I'm going to squish the two pieces together. It'll just give us kind of some randomness. And then they're real nice to then cut shapes out. A little bit more of that purple, because it's got to cover both sheets of paper, so we need quite a bit. So, all right, now we've got another piece of the photo paper, and I'm going to put the shiny side down and just kind of, I don't want to squish it out the edges, but I want to make sure that all the whole surface of both pieces are covered. Yeah, Mike is a pretty common name. A lot of you have mentioned, oh, my husband's name is Mike too. Quite a few people have said that. So, awesome, awesome. Yes, thank you, Ms. Sharing my videos. That is always very, very good, because YouTube's been crazy. Oh, trying to get them apart. Okay. So there's one. I'll just let it kind of sit there. You can see the cells kind of developing. Yeah, he pours paint too, kinda. He pours it into buckets and then brushes it on the walls. Or brushes it wherever, it depends on what he's. So I have all these pieces of black plastic. They've been working great for just using to set it on to. So then you get two beautiful masterpieces. All right, let me set this one aside. And I can make the pendants with this. I can cut these out and put them in the little pendant trays. Or I can cut shapes out and add it to cards. I've been working with kind of like quilters do applique. I've been working on appliquing pieces onto my other pours, using the pours as a background and then appliquing pours in different shapes into it. I've been looking at a lot of quilter techniques and how quilt blocks and all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, did you have a sweater similar when you were younger? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that would be a pretty sweater. These are some of my favorite colors. As you guys could probably tell, I do a lot of art in these same colors, the purples and the turquoises and the blues, these kind of jewel tones. They're kind of some of my favorite colors. So, but okay, I'm going to set this one aside, guys, and we'll do another one just like that, but different colors. All right. So I think we'll just do another of the papers all squished. Monsters Inc. Yeah, that would be, I could do it, cut out like Monsters Inc. shapes out of that. That would be pretty cool. I can see some kind of Monsters Inc. colors. Roger says he loves art. Yeah, that's awesome. I love art. As you can tell, I can never get enough. Art is so awesome. Mike says, yeah, he's tried it, but no, you've done a couple that have turned out. You've done a couple that were actually really pretty. I just think you're always so busy, you don't have enough patience for it. But so he's always busy working and stuff. All right. Now I'm just going to do like a variety of kind of turquoises and things like that. All right. Did you get to your destination, Monica? I'm glad I was able to join you for your ride. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Monica. You are awesome. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm just doing a kind of a turquoises and blues, and this one I'm hoping to maybe cut out some either use it as a background or cut out some like ocean shapes. I'm kind of going for ocean vibe, ocean colors here. Okay, I don't think I'm getting quite enough paint. I think I need a little bit more. Oh, did you used to paint houses too, Roger? Oh, awesome. Roger's a hard worker. That's when I first got to know who Roger was, is seeing him. He was working on another channel that we won't really talk about, but he was working his butt off, though, out there with Evan out in the sun. That was when I first was introduced to Roger and who he is. But I could tell, definitely a super hard worker, great work ethic. You could tell because that sun was beating down on you guys. Yeah, Art Tiz Fun. She does beautiful murals and faux finishes and stuff. Some gorgeous, gorgeous murals. So she paints walls too, but some beautiful, beautiful artwork. So they really look 3D. She does a lot of animals, and it looks like they're coming right out of the wall. So I'm just going to sandwich another piece of this paper right on the top here. So I did use quite a bit more paint, so it is almost like squishing out the sides, but not a big deal because this tile that I have it sitting on is actually going to be done in those same colors, because it is going to be a kind of ocean background. I'm going to try to paint some coral on the top. Back in the good times. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Working outside is a killer. It is. And also up here in the Northwest, our weather is, always so crazy. It could be raining one morning and then sunny and then raining. So it's hard to plan exteriors a lot of time up here in the Northwest. We kind of have a little bit shorter window for the exterior season. But we're coming up on it, though. He will do some exteriors, but mainly do interiors. So, all right, guys, here's another one. And you can kind of see it kind of continues to develop cells. And that's just kind of the air hitting it and each color of paint working up through the other color of paint, because it depends on the densities. So, all right, yeah, crafting... Crafty Ladybug. She just subbed Art Tiz Fun. I bet you would love her channel, Crafty Ladybug. That seems like a channel you would really enjoy. So yeah. Oh, you're in Florida, so yeah. You got that humidity to deal with for painting outside. So that would be probably the issue there is the humidity. And you guys kind of have the afternoon rains sometimes, certain times of the year. But these will be real fun to do all kinds of artwork with. And really, it's pretty cheap because these are 8 pieces of photo paper for $1 from the Dollar Tree. Oh, you're liking this one, guys? Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I love most craft channels too. I've been having a blast getting to know all these new artsy, crafty channels and stuff. So many awesome creative channels. I just love everybody's talent. It's so awesome. So, all right, guys, let me get this one moved, and then I'm going to do this tile that's underneath that it's been sitting on this whole time that we've been kind of working on. But can you guys kind of pick up the... There, you can kind of see it. We have that morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime rain in Washington. Yeah, we kind of do. Yeah, like-minded people are refreshing. It is nice to have And it's been just really nice. I'm really enjoying all the different channels I'm meeting. So, all right, guys, we're going to do a pour with those same colors, but here on the tile. And yeah, we got a little bit here on the edges, but not a big deal because we're going those same colors anyways. So, hey, Mylene. Hey, welcome. Thank you for stopping by one of my live streams. It's so awesome. That is one talented artist there. Mylene does some pours, but she does lots of different art. Super, super talented. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. How are you doing today, Mylene? So, yeah, awesome. So great to have everybody here. Yeah, climbing the ladders and the scaffolding. Yeah, that's a big part of that job. It sucks. So it rained there for a week or so. Oh, are you in you're kind of in the upper Central Valley, aren't you, Roger? I grew up, not grew up, I used to go for the summer to my grandparents' house in Porterville. I spent a lot of time in the Porterville, Tulare, Visalia area. So you're kind of, oh yeah, so you're up kind of a little bit north of that, quite a bit north of that, really. I've driven through there on my way to Porterville. So that's awesome. Tomorrow's your bone injection. Okay, yeah. Try to rest as much as you can today for sure. But I know that sometimes that's hard to do. Oh, I will definitely prayers, Mylene. I've been thinking about you. No fun. So I hope that that's super successful and super as easy as possible for you, Mylene. I hope it goes as easily as possible. Many, many prayers. I hope I have enough paint here. I may have to put just a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit more in the cup just to be prepared because I feel like I might need a little more. So, yes, we'll definitely be thinking about you. Try to get that rest today. I know it's not easy. Okay, I'm just going to pour these colors a little bit kind of through, just to give me a little bit more on there. I didn't quite have enough. Yeah, you have stage 4 cancer. I've watched quite a few of your videos. So yes, I know. Many, many, many prayers, dear. Yes, these colors, I was kind of going for, thank you, these are lovely colors. This Key West color, that lightest aqua color, has sure been a favorite of mine lately. This is going to be kind of a background. I'm hoping to paint some coral across the bottom here after it's all dry here in a couple weeks. Just kind of getting it back to the middle a little bit. So I like the kind of the composition of it a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm hoping to use it as a background, as kind of the ocean. And then paint some kind of some coral coming up each side, I'm thinking. Kind of the bottom of each side. So Mike, it's China blue. For some reason the apple barrel, China blue I have not been able to find for a couple weeks. But I did go ahead and mix up kind of a similar color of my own. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is just kind of mix my own. It's just a super light blue. And so I don't know if they've quit making that color or what, but not a biggie. But thank you for looking. Totally thank you for looking. I think this one will be a great background. I think this one actually might be the top, and I'll put the corals in. See, because for me, I'm backwards. I'm at this side of the camera. So you guys are seeing it the right way. I think I'll be. I'm seeing it upside down. But all right, see you later. Is it buffering? Because I fixed my did it start buffering? Because I changed the settings on my webcam, and I have noticed I've had way better luck when you want to play with some Stone Coat epoxy products. Yes, me too. So sorry. For those that were buffering, is it back? Is it good? Okay, it's good again. Because I've noticed since I changed the settings on my webcam, it's been a lot better. We haven't been buffering, so I'm hoping that we don't buffer too much. So sorry, guys. I thought the new settings on the webcam was going to fix that, so hopefully you won't buffer anymore. I'm going to set this one aside, guys, and then I'm going to grab, I think it's my last one. Or actually, what we're going to do is some more of that paint on the paper. Yeah. So I've got some more pieces of paper. This black plastic really helps just to, so it doesn't stick to everything. All right. Hey, J-Dog. How are you doing? Welcome. We should meet in Grants Pass. Yeah, we totally could, because they're down there. So is Fire Mountain Beads, Fire Mountain Jewelry, or whatever. They're down in Grants Pass too. There's a couple of cool companies down in Grants Pass. So, all right, guys, I'm going to do, I think, a swipe on these ones. I'm trying to decide. We'll just throw a bunch of paint down and decide as we go. Grants Pass is 8 hours from me. So it's quite a drive. But yeah, Grants Pass is about 8 hours, I think, from me. Maybe 7. I'm not sure, actually. But it's a ways. You got to make some food? All right. Glad you're doing good, doing okay. Yeah, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. Yeah, I don't think I get their catalog anymore, but I used to get their catalog. I haven't noticed a catalog in quite some time. I should check into that. Probably because I haven't ordered in a while. It's been a couple of years since I've ordered from them, so they probably quit sending me the catalogs. This one's barely coming out, and I am squeezing it. I'll have to check it afterwards. Sometimes they get clogged. Yeah, that's about 1,200 miles from you. That's a super long drive for you. This one is Margarita. The last color was Wintergreen. And the blue is something denim. I can't remember, but it's a denim is what the color. All right, let me look around the side. You know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit of this darker green. And this green has a funny, I always kind of giggle. This green is Hooker's green. It's quite a dark green, so not too much. Hey, Lost Dog, Dog Pound, how are you doing? Hey, I love your little car. I saw that. That's so awesome. That's going to be perfect for you. That's pretty awesome. And that'll tow I saw you had a tow package on it, so that's just awesome. That's going to work out really well. What is wrong with these? I've got to poke a hole or something. It's driving me nuts. It's barely coming out. Okay. Oh, it's still barely coming out. Come on. We'll just put some bright blue. Cobalt blue. So this is going to be another background. I'm hoping to use this and then put flowers on top. So I need I don't know. I can't decide if I want to do a squish them together or if I should do a swipe, because all we've done with these papers today is squish them together. I want to show you guys something different. I always feel bad showing you guys like things over and over again, the same things. I always feel like I gotta show you something new, show you something different. Okay, so we're just gonna experiment. That's what we're gonna do. And get this off. It's stuck. I just used up phone cards. We're going to try this and then we might squish. I squished a whole bunch of them earlier. Shoot. You know what? We're going to squish it. Because it's not enough paint on there to swipe it. I think we kind of need to squish it because there's not quite enough paint. I need to do more paint on there. But I am like squeezing this one. Stupid thing. So anyways, I have been on for quite a while, guys. I am running out of surface space and the stuff that I've gotten all ready. So, yeah, I have plenty of paint on there. What we're going to do is grab some more. I am going to put... Has anybody seen H7? Dog Pound, have you seen H7? I haven't seen him for a couple days. No, I'm not going to cuss. I almost did, though. Oh, that's awesome. You're 200th. That's so awesome. Okay, so where did that green go? I want a little bit more of that. Oh, he won that prize from you. I forgot. So he hasn't even contacted you about that? He might just have stuff going on. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I haven't seen him. So, I'll try to message him or something. I hope everything's all right, though I'm sure it is. So I'm just going to squish on here. Kind of squish on here. We're going to do a variety here. All right. And you can torch this, but just barely because it is paper. All right. So those will make great backgrounds. I think that'll make really nice backgrounds for doing some of the painting on top of. So, that's crazy. You haven't heard from H7 either. I'll message him or something. I'm sure it's fine. I hope everything's fine. So, all right, guys, I have been on here for over an hour and a half. What do you guys got going on today? What's everyone doing? I got to get off of here pretty soon. I've got some running around to do. You're cleaning. That's what I did all morning. Now I have to go get more laundry soap so I can continue cleaning and doing laundry. But I think I'm gonna go check my post office box. Haven't been over there for a couple days. But yeah, so what is everyone else up to? And then I think I'm gonna get off of here. But not sure if Mylene is still here. I'll be praying for Mylene tomorrow with her procedure. And I will be praying for you, Art Tis Fun, for your little doggy. Yeah, you meet little Miko. Is that how you say it, Miko? Many prayers for him. Oh, Mylene is here. Okay, yes, many prayers. All right, guys, I am going to get off of here. So try to do something crafty. Try to do something artsy. Try to just let go and have fun with art today, everyone. And try to be the change you want to see in the world. All right, guys, I'm going to take off, but it was great having you all. And I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, have an awesome day, guys. Take care and be the change you want to see in the world.